Good morning, and thank you for joining me today for the meditation. This is Cheryl, and I'm with the Health and Wellness team with Lee Health. So I want you to know that there's no right or wrong way to meditate. Just make sure you have no expectations, and that way you can't get frustrated. Don't have any judgment. Don't be too hard on yourself. Thoughts will come into your mind, and when they do, that's perfectly acceptable. It's natural. That's what the mind does. So just simply acknowledge them and then put them on a cloud and let them float away and just bring your focus back to your breath. Have a beginner's mind. Be very curious about it and almost look at it from an observer's point of view as you're looking from the outside inside so you don't get distracted. Just try and stay a little detached, a little distant. So let's go ahead and I want to let you know that we're going to do a gratitude practice today, and this practice can be used to promote a positive mood, hope, and resilience. You'll find that as we experience positive emotions such as gratitude, loving kindness, and compassion, our awareness broadens and our creativity and problem-solving capacities blossom, and we become more effective in whatever we choose to do. So to begin with, just make yourself comfortable where you won't be disturbed. Please don't do this while you're driving. I'll keep track of the time for you, and I'll ring a gentle time, a little chime when 10 minutes have elapsed. So just beginning now, sitting in an upright, comfortable, stable position where you feel fully supported. Your back and neck and head are straight, or you may lie down on your back in a comfortable position. Make sure you'll be warm enough. You might want to get a blanket or sweater if the room's cool. Loosen any restrictive clothing that would prevent you from breathing comfortably. Allow your eyes to gently close or maintain a soft focus facing 6 to 12 feet in front of you. Now take a slow, deep breath to bring yourself to the present moment. And let's begin the process of feeling more peaceful and centered. Breathe deeply into the belly so it expands as you breathe in and gets smaller as you breathe out. Now take a minute or two to mentally scan your body for any areas where you might feel tightness, tension, or soreness. And simply breathe your warm, oxygenated, filled breath into that area. And as you breathe out, let the tension release, breathing it all out. Now notice any worries, fear, anger, irritation, jealousy, or judgment. Just breathe into those emotions, noting them, and allowing them to flow out as you breathe out. Another breath into any uncomfortable emotions, and breathing out, releasing them. So let's take another big breath in, filling the belly and chest. And breathing out, releasing any worries, jealousy, or judgment. Now, any thoughts of memories, plans, associations, anything other than being here, breathing. Just breathe into those thoughts, and as you breathe out, let those thoughts flow out with the breath. Now that our bodies and emotions are a little clearer, a bit more spacious and open, we can begin to focus on the events, experiences, people, pets, or possessions for which we feel grateful. So let's take a couple of deep breaths in while we focus on that. First, recall that if you are here at this meditation, you already have several marvelous gifts. The gift of life itself, the most precious gift. Someone gave birth to you. Someone fed you as an infant, changed your diaper, clothed you, bathed you, taught you to speak and to understand. The gift of hearing, so you can hear and learn, whether it's the song of a bird, the notes of a band or orchestra, the songs of singing and voices, the sound of your own breath flowing in and out. The gift of a heartbeat, steady, regular, moment after moment, pumping fresh, life-giving blood to all your organs. Let's just take a few deep breaths in and out and think on these things. And remember, if thoughts come into your head, just put them on a cloud and let them float away. We're concentrating on our gratitude now through our breathing. Now think of all the things we have today that make our lives easier and more comfortable than they were for our great-grandparents. We flip a switch and light appears. We turn a tap and clean water flows. We adjust a thermostat and the room grows warmer or cooler. We have a roof to keep us dry when it rains, walls to keep out the cold wind, windows to let in the light, screens to keep out the bugs. We enter a vehicle and it takes us where we want to go. We have access to machines that wash our clothes. We have clothes to wear, places to store them. There are machines that store our food at just the right temperature and help us cook it without having to gather wood. We have indoor plumbing. We have libraries that have thousands of books and recordings that are free for anyone to borrow and read. We have public schools that can teach us to read and write, skills that were available to only the very few just a few hundred years ago. Let's take a few deep breaths and focus on these things. Now take a moment to reflect on all the thousands of people who have worked hard, some without knowing you at all, to make your life easier or more pleasant. Some who plant, grow, and harvest your food. Some who transport that food to market. A team of people who make the roads and railways that make it easier to transport the food. Another team who maintain those vehicles, and drivers, loaders, and unloaders. Those who take the time to design the store, the shelves, the packaging that keeps the food safe and allows you to find what you need. The postal service, someone who sorts the mail, others who deliver it. Those who design operations and systems for gathering, sorting, and disposing of trash and recycling. Others who gather news stories and photos, and those who create the many mechanisms by which the news can reach you. All those who play sports, create art, play music, or write poems, or star in films to entertain and uplift you. Most of these people you've never met or barely know. Now I invite you to consider the people and pets you know who enrich your life. those who smile at you and cheer you on, those family, friends, acquaintances, and colleagues, those peers and ancestors who worked so you could live well, those friends who support you when you need a shoulder or hand. Now take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful in this moment. I'm going to take about 5 deep breaths in and out while you're doing this. There is so much to feel grateful for in this moment now. Just breathe in, feeling this gratitude. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds, uplifting our spirit. Continue breathing deeply. When you finish, you can notice the feeling of your body and breath in this place. Just rest quietly for several minutes, noticing how you feel throughout your body, emotions and thoughts compared with before you started. No judging, just noticing. Gently stretch your hands and arms, feet and legs now. If you choose to stand, do so slowly. Just gently bringing yourself back into the space. And when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. With practice, you can find yourself feeling grateful easily wherever you are. You may choose to keep a journal, noting 3 to 5 things daily for which you feel particularly grateful. You can draw on strength of this gratitude whenever you wish. I want to thank you for practicing this guided heart-centered meditation to promote a sense of gratitude with me today. And I'd like to close out with a quick quote from Dr. Deepak Chopra. Happiness for a reason is just another form of misery because the reason can be taken away from us at any time. Dr. Deepak Chopra. So we can choose to be happy if we set that intention and remind ourselves of that intention when we start to get a little cranky. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you did, and I wish you nothing but the best for the rest of the day.